The Broadway Channel presents Broadway on Tour. Big new shows and revivals of classics are all hitting the road for national tours. It's Berry Gordy's incredible musical journey that took the world by storm, Motown the Musical. You're invited to experience a musical that is impossible to resist, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. An unlikely pair of stilettos make their way across America, Kinky Boots. Broadway is sparkling, and it's all here on Broadway on Tour. It began as one man's story, became everyone's music, and is now Broadway's musical. Motown the Musical is the true American dream story of Motown founder Berry Gordy's journey from featherweight boxer to the heavyweight music mogul who launched the careers of Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, Smokey Robinson, and many more. Motown shattered barriers, shaped our lives, and made us all move to the same beat. Featuring classic songs such as My Girl and Ain't No Mountain High Enough, experience the story behind the music in the record-breaking smash hit, Motown the Musical. Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella is the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical from the creators of The Sound of Music and South Pacific that's delighting audiences with its contemporary take on the classic tale. This lush production features an incredible orchestra, jaw-dropping transformations, and all the moments you love: the pumpkin, the glass slipper, the masked ball, and more, plus some surprising new twists. Be transported back to your childhood as you rediscover some of Rodgers and Hammerstein's most beloved songs, including In My Own Little Corner, Impossible, It's Possible, and 10 Minutes Ago, in this hilarious and romantic Broadway experience for anyone who's ever had a wish, a dream, or a really great pair of shoes. Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, now touring nationwide.
The miracle of visual perception begins with eyeballs. When you look at something, the image appears upside down on your retina. The brain corrects for this by flipping the image back to normal.
Experience the phenomenon. Blue Man Group is best known for their wildly popular theatrical shows and concerts, which combine comedy, music, and technology to produce a totally unique form of entertainment. The New York Times heralds the show as one of the most delightful performance pieces ever staged. Although it is impossible to describe, people of all ages agree that Blue Man Group is an intensely exciting and wildly outrageous show that leaves the entire audience in a blissful, euphoric state. This unique experience is a form of entertainment like nothing else, guaranteed to be an outing you will never forget. Blue Man Group, now touring nationwide.
Take that thing.
Leapin' Lizards, the world's best-loved musical, returns in time-honored form, directed by original lyricist and director Martin Charnin and choreographed by Liza Gennaro. This production of Annie will be a brand new incarnation of the iconic original. Featuring book and score by Tony Award winners Thomas Meehan, Charles Strauss, and Martin Charnin, Annie includes such unforgettable songs as It's the Hard Knock Life, Easy Street, I Don't Need Anything But You, plus the eternal anthem of optimism, Tomorrow. Annie now touring across America.
Price & Sons spent the last century making a range of shoes for men. We will begin this century making a range of shoes for a range of men.
Kinky Boots is the exhilarating Broadway musical that will lift your spirits to new high-heeled heights. Winner of 6 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, This inspirational story follows a struggling shoe factory owner who works to turn his business around with help from Lola, a fabulous entertainer in need of some sturdy stilettos. Together, this unlikely pair finds that they have more in common than they ever dreamed possible. Inspired by a true story, Kinky Boots features a joyous, Tony-winning score by Cyndi Lauper, direction and Tony-winning choreography by Jerry Mitchell, and a hilarious, uplifting book by four-time Tony winner Harvey Fierstein. Kinky Boots, touring to a city near you. I Love Lucy Live on Stage, the brand new hit musical stage show, adapted from the longest-running and most beloved television program in history, stars America's favorite foursome, Lucy, Ricky, Fred, and Ethel.
Somebody's singing off key.
Yeah, watch that, will you? Somebody's singing off key.
Imagine stepping back in time and into the Desilu Playhouse soundstage. It's 1952, and you're a member of the studio audience awaiting the filming of two hilarious and oh-so-familiar I Love Lucy episodes.
At ease, Mounties, we found our man.
You have not. I hit the right note.
Yeah, way to the right. Oh, honey, why don't you sit down and listen to the rest of us, huh?
No, either we all sing or nobody sings.
A charming host entertains and enlightens you to the behind-the-scenes filming process, the 1950s high-fidelity technology, and this brand new thing called television. The episodes begin, and you witness firsthand the side-splitting antics of that crazy redhead in the Ricardo's New York apartment, and thrill to the Cuban sounds of the Ricky Ricardo Orchestra at the famed Tropicana nightclub.
Tenga dinero y que no se muera. A vos lo quiero pedir, a Bávalo.
Get ready to see the new musical event adapted from the most beloved television show in history, I Love Lucy, live on stage.
'Cause I love Lucy, yes, I love Lucy, and Lucy loves me.
Hi everyone, I'm Tamsin Fidel for the Broadway Channel, and this is What's Hot on Broadway. Get ready for the latest scoop on Broadway shows and exclusive interviews with the hottest stars.
I feel like it's going to be it's stripped away with a lot to a very a real telling of this story, a very human telling of the story. Even though, I mean, it's going to be it's going to be epic and intimate at the same time.
And
I feel
the theater, I mean, our second day of rehearsal was that Bart took us up to the theater, and right now it's like a construction zone,
Yeah.
but we are very careful. But it's just, the space is so epic. I've never been in the Vivian Beaumont Theater, so him taking us up there personally and showing us everything, just the thrust stage gives it what is a really intimate setting, but then there's this epic six-winged stage behind it, and it's just one of the most gorgeous spaces, I think, in the world.
Yeah, the
do a
stage
show.
has so much depth, but then it thrusts out into the audience so that the audience can be around certain more intimate moments. So you feel like that. I don't think any of the seats in the theater are further than 50 feet away from the action. So. And
we have a 29-piece orchestra, and they're underneath the thrust. So us right now, we're in rehearsals, we're singing these gorgeous sweeping ballads with the piano accompanist, who's amazing. But having a 30-piece orchestra underneath us when we're on the thrust is, with the sound coming out, it's going to be like a bowl. It's just. It's like, it makes me emotional thinking about it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching What's Hot on Broadway, One on the Aisle, and your backstage pass to the best of Broadway. I'm Tamsin Fidel for the Broadway Channel.
Coming up, it's the timeless story of seduction and despair, The Phantom of the Opera. The music that shattered barriers and shaped our lives is now on tour, Motown the Musical. The The world's most treasured fairy tale is now on tour. Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. Don't wait until tomorrow when you can see Annie today, coming to a city near you. It's America's most exhilarating new musical, Kinky Boots, playing at the Wharton Center for Performing Arts in Michigan, May 26th through the 31st. America's favorite foursome is live on stage and in color for the very first time in I Love Lucy live on stage.
And I love her so. I wouldn't trade her for gold. I'm walking on moonbeams, and I was born with a silver spoon.
Hey! His music needed one thing. Her.
And the Tony Award goes to Once. John Tiffany Once.
Steve Kazee, Once.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest, they're starring in an acclaimed new Broadway musical.
Once continues to rake in rave reviews.
The musical is based on the film Once, which won an Oscar for Best Original Song in '07.
Falling slowly, sing your melody.
It was very much about trying to harness the honesty and the purity of the film, yet find a theatrical language. It's a piece of theatre about the healing power of music. It's a piece of theatre about people creating music, and so, to my mind, the audience had to see that music being created in front of them.
And I love her so. I wouldn't trade her for gold.
We were looking at each other periodically throughout the show, kind of going like, wow, you know, look at this. This is something that we created that is now in the hands of these people who are doing a beautiful job.
When your mind's made up, when your mind's made up, there's no point in trying to change it. When
the moment they walked on stage, I was like, we're good. It just felt like they've really nailed it.
One of the hottest shows on Broadway right now. A new musical opening on Broadway that is getting rave reviews. It's called The Book of Mormon.
This Book of Mormon is so good it makes me angry.
2 by 2, and now it's time to go. Runaway hit.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of says it all, doesn't it?
The Book of Mormon, the hottest ticket on Broadway. The new musical is from Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the creators of South Park. Now they're working their magic on the Great White Way with another outrageous satire. And if you want to come and see it, you would be well advised to book your reservations now.
One of the hardest tickets to get. So what can audiences expect?
We always thought the musical about Joseph Smith and the creation of Mormonism would make a good musical.
It's like Mormons, Disney, Rodgers and Hammerstein, it all kind of makes sense. Mormons are just like, they're just happy people, and so you're going to get a happy musical.
So when people go there, it's got to be funny, right?
Yeah, well, it's hopefully funnier than the real Book of Mormon, you know.
2 by 2, we march for victory, armed with the greatest book in history.
And the Tony Award goes to The Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon!
I think the night would be a big disappointment if we didn't thank our co-writer who passed away, Mr. Joseph Smith, the founder of the Mormon religion. You did it, Joseph. You got the Tony.
The Book of Mormon. Mormon.
They They took Broadway by storm in one of the biggest hits of all time, and now they're together again. The Midtown Men are taking their infectious sound to a city near you. This sensational concert tour reunites 4 stars from the original Broadway cast of Jersey Boys in a show that features top hits from a who's who of the 60s, including the Beatles, the Beach Boys, the Temptations, the Jackson 5, and of course, the Four Seasons. Don't miss the top-shelf choreography, incredible vocal performances, and legendary on-stage chemistry that is the Midtown Men. Following an acclaimed sold-out tour of the United Kingdom, Cameron Mackintosh's spectacular new production of Andrew Lloyd Webber's phenomenal musical success, The Phantom of the Opera, is now on tour across North America. Critics are raving that this breathtaking production is bigger and better than ever before. This Phantom features a brilliant new scenic design by Paul Brown, Tony Award-winning original costume design by Maria Bjornson, lighting design by Tony Award winner Polly Constable, new choreography by Scott Ambler, and a new staging by director Lawrence Connor. The production, overseen by Matthew Bourne and Cameron Mackintosh, boasts many exciting special effects, including the show's legendary chandelier. The beloved story and thrilling score, with songs like Music of the Night, All I Ask of You, and Masquerade, is performed by a cast and orchestra of 52, making this Phantom one of the largest productions now on tour. Join us for this magical, unforgettable production the New York Times declared astonishing, a Pippin for the 21st century. The 2013 Tony Award winner for Best Musical Revival is back for the first time since it thrilled audiences 40 years ago. With a beloved score by Tony nominee Stephen Schwartz, Pippin tells the story of a young prince on a death-defying journey to find meaning in his existence.
My spirit can run free.
Will he choose a happy but simple life? Or will he risk everything for a singular flash of glory? This captivating new production is directed by Tony winner Diane Paulus. Pippin features sizzling choreography in the style of Bob Fosse and breathtaking acrobatics by the creative force behind the nationwide sensation, Traces.
Morning glow is here. You ain't seen nothing yet, folks.
Don't miss your chance to see Pippin, now touring nationwide. The Tony Award-winning Once is the unforgettable story about going for your dreams and the power of music to connect us all, now touring in these cities. The Tony Award-winning hit musical The Book of Mormon is ringing doorbells across America, coming to a city near you. From New York City to Los Angeles and all points in between, don't miss the top-shelf choreography, incredible harmonies, and legendary on-stage chemistry that is the Midtown Men, now touring in these cities. Surrender to a haunting love story, The Phantom of the Opera, now touring to a city near you. Don't miss your chance to catch an extraordinary musical and Tony winner for Best Musical Revival, Pippin, now touring to a city near you. The Broadway Channel, one on the island, a backstage pass to the best of Broadway and touring Broadway. Go to www.broadwaychannel.com for the latest coverage. Featuring opening nights, theatrical trailers, and access to all things Broadway, tickets and merchandising of your favorite Broadway shows. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Broadway on Tour. We'll see you on Broadway. To view more of the Broadway Channel's terrific coverage and its full programming, go to www.broadwaychannel.com.